Missouri's own Jack Danforth, recipient of the 2009 Spirit of Enterprise Award.
Well, to the relief of at least one of you, I am not looking for a rematch, Jay. Well, this is great. Thank you all for being here. I very much appreciate the honor. And I want to say that I appreciate seeing so many people who have done so much in my life. Peter Kinder certainly being one of them. As he pointed out, when he was a kid, and I was more in the direction of a kid than I am now, Peter not only helped me, but drove me around Cape Girardeau. And he's just absolutely terrific. And, you know, I'm so proud of him. And somebody as a high school student, and he turns into such a leader, it really makes you doubly proud. So, Peter, thank you very much for your very kind words, for the wonderful introduction. And Kit Bond, we go back so far, as he pointed out, back 41 years, can you believe it? 41 years ago, Kit Bond and I got into politics at the same time. He stayed in about a generation longer than I did. And, I had kind of compared to Kit, it was, I had a walk-on part. It was like an extra in Aida. I just couldn't across the stage. But he has been a terrific United States Senator and a great servant of our state. David Cole, I loved your remarks. I think that they were just absolutely right about our party and about how to be a winning party. And I appreciate very much your leadership. You kind of took a line that I was going to, and will in fact, quote, but I wanted to say to you, my fellow Republicans, cheer up. Because Mark Twain was exactly right. Rumors of our death have been greatly exaggerated. You certainly wouldn't know that from the national media. Our obituaries are read every hour on the hour, particularly on CNN and MSNBC. It is absolutely amazing how many people have declared us dead and how many people have dwelled upon everything that's wrong with the Republican Party. In their minds, and I might say in the mind of President Obama, everything wrong in the country has been inherited from us. But we are far from dead, and I hope that you share my optimism and my belief in the future of our Republican Party. We have never, since our first decade in the 1850s, we have never been as important to our country as we are today. I want to tell you But I have a couple of reasons for optimism, and one has to do with people. I've had the opportunity over the last year or so to get to know a number of the members of our Republican members of our state legislature, and particularly members of our state Senate. And together with the president of the state Senate, Peter Kinder, I don't remember any time in my political life when we have had as bright and as attractive group of people as we have now in Jefferson City. It is an amazing group of people. In addition to the people, we are a party with a mission. I hope you feel that. This is not just going through the paces, going through the exercise of being in politics. Who do we field for this race or that race? We today are a party with a mission, and the mission is given to us by the actions of President Obama, an enormously attractive person, a very gifted politician, a great public speaker, but a person who has dramatically changed the direction, and I would say the nature, of the United States of America. When he ran for office, he promised change. We didn't understand what he meant, and everybody said, well, I want change. Why? Because each one of us projected on him and on the word change whatever our dream of change was, without him having to define what he meant. But since January the 20th, he has defined what he meant. And it is indeed change. It is dramatic change. It is radical change. It is a sea change for our country. And we have to understand, I don't mean just people in this room, people in our country, certainly people in our state of Missouri, we have to understand exactly what that change has been, what that sea change has been. Who could have imagined when he was running for office that what he meant by change was doubling the national debt in 5 years and tripling the national debt in 10 years? Who could have imagined that? Who could have imagined that he would have placed in the hands of the President of the United States the power to hire and fire the chief executive officers of companies? Who could imagine that he could hire and fire the boards of directors of companies? Who could have imagined before the election that the United States of America, that our government would own 60% of General Motors? It is breathtaking. Change, yes. Who could have imagined pay guidelines for corporate officers? Who could imagine that the President of the United States could appoint something named a pay czar? And then consider the change in the relationship between Washington and state and local governments. I can't imagine what it would be like to be a member of the legislature and have to deal with Washington these days.